Hello, hello. Happy Sunday, everybody. Oh, I'm trying to get my paper towel in order so I don't have quite such a mess. Okay, alrighty. How's your day been? Good. Just got back from this grocery store. Fantastic. I hope everybody else is having a good day. My day's been, it's Sunday. It's pretty chill. It's pretty low-key. We're just, I was trying to clean earlier. My dog had other ideas. Like straight up refused to leave the living room floor that I was trying to mop. It was kind of funny. And she gave me a ton of attitude when I finally made her move. She just turned 14 on the 7th. And I feel like she's a true teenager. She's all attitude. Hello. I am running low on my wax here. I always feel very accomplished when I use a full sheet of wax. Something about it. I'm just like, look at me. I'm so consistent that I'm using up full sheets of wax. Something about it just makes me feel good. It's like when you use a pen totally up and the ink's like empty because you've just used it totally up. Our puppy is afraid of the Roomba going to eat her toys, so she moves them around the house. That's adorable. Nothing, nope, no fires, nothing major. Nothing major. Okay, now where did I just me misplacing all of my stuff as per usual. Where did I just put my cleaning thing? All right, well, I'll use this guy then. I'm just fighting with my Kitska as usual. Just started, yes. Nothing exciting yet. All right, come on. All right, let's see if that helps. Okay, perfect. All right, now I have changed my mind again for like the, fourth time? And I have a little bit more detailing I want to do on this one before I do the cross hatching. I tape my cleaning wire to a piece of bright paper so I don't lose it. Honestly, that's what I need to do. Mine's like, it's kind of a mess now because my youngest found it and she like curled it around her finger. So it's like a cleaning wire, but it's in like a ringlet now. Like, I don't know where. I'm just constantly getting messed with by my children. Coffee time. Coffee time. It's somewhere here. I just had it, honest to God. I don't know why I have this talent of setting things down and then immediately losing them, but my God. So I have a new setup. I'm going to try putting my Kitskas here and then the flame there so I don't have a repeat of what happened last Sunday ever again. Because, oh my God, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Okay, oh, I have my puck wax here. I should be using that more. Sonic bursting bubbles are a weakness. Oh. We don't have Sonic up in Canada. At least not where I am anyways. Maybe they have it in Ontario or something, but we don't have Sonic up here. Egg day. So I put it in the thingamajigger for my live, but just to give everybody a heads up, I'm going to take about a week off So I'll be back on Wednesday, the 21st, about a week and a half. So if you don't see, and I might post some videos, I might not, we'll see. But if you don't see me posting anything, if you don't see me going live, don't panic. I am alive. I am well. I'm just on a little staycation. My husband has some time, a little bit of time off, and we're going to try get a couple things done around the house and the yard. We're just going to kind of take a little bit of time to be together as a family and just do a little staycation. So don't panic if you don't see me posting or you don't see me going live. I am alive and well. I am just attempting to be a productive human. So just a heads up. I literally just penciled this on like 3 seconds before I went live. So we'll see. We'll see how this... Do you know what I should be using is this Kitska because it's finer and I think I want this to be fine work. Am I changing my mind for the 5th time already? Yes, I am. I don't see descriptions of your lives anymore. Weird. I don't know what the TikToks are doing. There's been so many. There was one day where... I can't remember what day it is. It was one day this week where I posted... it was whatever day it was where I posted my thrifting videos. It at first posted all of them. It was fine. And then it went nuts and like the whole app went nuts and nobody had any follow. Like it showed me having 0 followers, 0 likes. You couldn't see any of my videos. And I was like, oh, did I just get banned? Did my account just get banned? But no, it was just the whole clock app was having a, I don't see it. It just says join as a moderator. Oh, I wonder if it's just when you become as a moderator. I wonder if it just does that when you become a shows you how much I know about this app. Yeah, it's been weird all week. My views have been all over the place. So random. I mean, they have been for a while, but they've been like extra random. And then, yeah, it posted for a while, my little group of thrifting videos. It only posted the first 2. And then it finally posted the 3rd one. And yeah, it's just all together in general been acting real weird for the last week. So, I don't know. I am making, so this is... Old Slavic art. This is Ukrainian pisanki. And it's kind of like a wax relief method, very similar to batik, if you have ever seen that. And I'm doing it on an ostrich egg right now, which is very out of my element. I've never, to be honest, this is my first one. And yeah, like how, but also cool. Yeah, it's been wild. It's been real crazy. So I don't know what's going on with the TikTok. But at any rate, I'm going to do that thing that they say you shouldn't do and take a week off from posting. I don't know. I used to know how to enter it in. Oh, cool. There was a full day where my free page only had vids with what, yeah. Yeah, it was, there was like a full day where it was just big accounts, but all their videos had like, they had like 1 million likes or like 350,000 likes with 0 comments. It was weird. It was wild. I don't know. But at any rate, they seem to have sorted it out. They seem to have sorted it out, at least for now, until the next time it goes AWOL. That is not straight. Oh God. How do I fix this? Let's make you a little thicker at the top. So my line isn't even, so I'm going to make it a little bit thicker up here. and then taper it in. And then at the bottom here, I'm going to make it a little bit thicker on this side. And then hopefully that'll kind of even it out. That's better. That's better. That's a little bit more even. How often do the fine tips break? The new pay system. Yeah, I'm really quite sad. Because I think it's really going to change a lot of what makes TikTok so great. And I think it's just going to become like another Instagram. I think it's kind of the beginning of the end for TikTok. I could be wrong. I would love to be wrong, but I think it's going to start to become like an Instagram, which sucks, but it is what it is. The almighty dollar speaks, right? Always. If there's a way that they can get more money, they're always going to do it. I've never broken a fine tip. Yeah, I've never broken a fine tip either. I'm using, so this is the style of Kitska that, why is not focusing? So this is the style of Kitska that Kathy at Ukrainian Accessories makes in-house. And I really like it for my fine detailed work. She's also got, I've been calling these wrong. These are Delrin. I've been calling them Derlins. They're Delrins. This Delrin style tip I like for line work and filling in. And then these ones I like for detail work. That's kind of my, I was having a conversation with Kathy about this. So just FYI, so these ones are brass, and I feel like the reason they work better for line work and filling stuff in is the brass, it like keeps the wax hotter for longer. Now these have a chrome coating. Chrome coating? My brain just fitzed out for a minute there. But they've got like, they've got a chrome thing on them. And it seems to, it doesn't keep the wax as hot for as long, which is why you get like the finer lines. So just a little FY, for your information. So, okay. Let's see here now if I can get some even lines. I was on Instagram, and if you're really, really into this art form, I so highly suggest getting on Instagram and just searching up Pisanke and just seeing all the cool art that people have put on that app. Just really inspiring stuff. But I was watching somebody and they were like, they had like a measuring tape out and they were taking their time and they were doing like, they were so precious with it. And they were just like getting all their lines like exactly. And I was just like, oh, this is what professionals look like. These people aren't just winging it. They know what they're doing. Every now and then I'll see a video. Oh, I got a blob. I got 2 blobs. All right, let's go back in and fix that. Let's see if I can fix that. With a caution, if you fall into the I'll never be this good trap. Yes. So you really have to be okay with not being the best at something. You know what I mean? You gotta be okay with this is I feel like one of the most humbling things, one of the most enjoyable yet humbling art forms you can do. I cannot get that line straight from the life of me right now. You really gotta be okay with not being great at something for a long time and giving yourself grace and patience. If you can do that, you'll be rewarded tenfold, both in art and in other areas of your life, because it's such a great skill to develop. being okay with not being good at something, and just being okay with, just being okay with that this is what I have to offer and it's still valid and valuable, even if it's not like the best. I don't know. It's something that I struggle with as an artist, and I feel like a lot of creatives do. Yeah. I don't know what it is about that. Okay. It's not as bad as I thought it was. Literally everything in me shouting, no, have to be perfect. Yeah, I struggle with that. My oldest also struggles with that. She's really, it's a real struggle for her. That sort of that inclination towards I have to be perfect, otherwise this has no value, or I have no value. And trying to, like, seeing those buttons installing in a little person and frantically trying to not have them install completely. It's like a trip. It's a trip. Lots of conversations around how humans are not machines and we're not meant to be machines, and part of being human. Yeah, that's just it, right? Like there's no room for improvement. There's no room to just work away at something. It's kind of crazy. The impulse got me kicked out of gifted and talented school when I was 7. Oh. I feel like that is one thing I will do as a parent. If I ever have it suggested to me that my kid should be in any gifted and talented classes, I will be like, absolutely not. One, I don't think they helped me. Like, did it help me at all that I was in Great Gateways LA in junior high? No, it really didn't. It really didn't do a goddamn thing. Playing third year clarinet for 3 years of high school gets one over the best syndrome. Oh. That was one thing I never did get. I never did band. I was so busy with dance that it kind of took over my life, and I didn't get to do anything. Like I didn't do high school sports. I wasn't in band. The pressure of first year. Dead boredom. It felt like it goes better pace for a small child. Can you make exit, please? I have no idea what that is. I have no clue what that is. Interesting. Okay, sorry, got distracted. He's a rapper that passed away. Okay. I put him on an egg? I don't know if I have that talent. I feel like he's got lots of tattoos. I feel like he's got a lot of tattoos. Makes very good songs I love. See, I'm old and I'm not with it, as the kids say. I feel like, because I remember, I think it was quite sad when he passed away, right? Like, is this, so I'm old. I feel like this might be the equivalent of like when I was in grade 9 and there was the whole Biggie Smalls 2-pack thing. So, that's what I am assuming is sort of like the modern day equivalent of. But if it is the artist that I'm thinking of, I think he has a lot of very distinctive tattoos. especially in and around his face, because I'm pretty sure it was a big deal. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like the modern day equivalent of the whole Biggie Smalls Tupac thing that happened when I was a kid. So the reason why I would probably shy away from doing that is when I do like portraits and stuff, with this art form, it's like I tend to just do like the outlines of faces. It is very, very hard to, this one broke. I'm still sad about it. But that's kind of the most detail that I can do is stuff like that. Or, where is it? Like when we're talking about people's faces. Or like outlines. There was a Romeo and Juliet. Nothing really, yeah. Well, but I'm sure to kids this generation, right? Like that's their Pac and Biggie, right? So, but so something like that artist, he's got so many distinctive tattoos that I don't know if I would be able to do it without it looking terrible, if that makes sense. Because I can't, you know what I mean? Like I could probably only do like the outline and his hair. It's really hard to do any kind of yeah, Sarah, so you know what I mean? Like putting a human face on an egg is like hella hard. It's hella hard. Like that's probably the most amount of detail I've ever done on it, as far as a face goes on an egg. And I mean that's a cat. I mean I did Totoro. But again, that's a Totoro. Yeah, he's got such a, because I remember it in the news, and I vaguely, like, I have a vague sort of image of who that is in my head. I apologize, I'm not up on my music. I am an elder. I am an old lady. And, when someone has a distinctive look with lots of details, it's very hard. Like just regular faces. Like I want to do a Trixie Mattel one. And I mean, her makeup is so specific. And I think I have it worked out how I'm going to do it. But again, it's like, it's very sort of color blocked kind of which works for Trixie Mattel because that's her whole look, right? It's color blocking. Wait, I should say, I would love that egg. I would love it. I'll put on my Christmas tree. My family will think I'm a freaking nut. Just kidding. My family knows I'm nuts. How much planning goes on before you start drawing on the egg? Sometimes I plan stuff out beforehand. Sometimes I do sort of do a rough sketch and plan stuff out beforehand. So that Trixie Mattel one that I was just talking about, it's up here. So I did draw this little sketch. So I did that. That is probably the most planning I've ever done for anything on an egg. I haven't done it yet, but when I do it, that's how it's gonna be. So, oh god, now I'm really close up. Hang on. There we go. I love that. Oh, you must not know me yet laugh. I thought that was a football. You were not the first person to say, why are you putting wax on a football? No, this is an ostrich egg. It's an ostrich egg that's been drained. Where's the hole? There's the hole. It's an ostrich egg that's been drained that I'm doing sort of like a batik type process. But yeah, I'm going to be completely honest. Normally I get out to an egg and I wing it. Sometimes I map stuff out in pencil first. Sometimes I just straight up go in with wax and just freehand and just wing. That's usually what I do. I'm not going to lie. I usually have enough time and energy to either plan a creative project or do a creative project, but not both. So we just kind of wing it around here. If I can't make up my mind and I have a couple different ideas, I'll come on here and I'll ask the chat to decide, because and then usually we'll just end up combining the two choices because I still can't. Oh, did I heard it hit the floor. Where did you? I heard you. Sorry, just me looking for my Kitska cleaner. Why is it so dimply? It's just, I think that's just the nature of eggshells. I think a lot of like our chicken's eggs and our goose eggs and things like that, if we held them up to a microscope and looked at them a little more closely, it would be exactly the same. I was wondering if you'd empty it. I think I'd seen the regular one where you waited to empty. This one, Sarah, known on here as Pray for a Riot, she sent this to me, which was so kind of you, Sarah. Thank you again. But it's from an Etsy shop, Eggs Etc. And so it was already drained when I got it, which I appreciate, because I saw some videos on YouTube of people trying to drain ostrich eggs, and there's like power tools involved. It's like a whole thing. Yeah, as the structural integrity, I'm sure there's some science-y type of a reason for it. Some person far more intelligent than I would probably able to say. I know, like, the structure of eggs, they're one of the strongest structures out there. So nature knows what she's doing. Did you sand it first? So you can sand these. I know some people do. I did not. I did the method where you scrub it with toilet bowl cleaner, and then I did a vinegar soak. And I did that method. But some people do sand them. Some people do. I will probably do another vinegar soak before it goes into the first dye. But, yeah, no sanding. Lady LAFO, did you already had a nap? My God. I've never heard of toilet bowl. Can you explain it? So I found a channel on YouTube. I think it's Laura Popal, and she has like if you search how to prep ostrich egg for pasunke, she comes up. She hasn't been active on her channel for the last 3 years. She's got a lot of really great videos on there. They're not, so like some of them are quite dry, but the information is like great. And she's a super talented lady. Like she's got some gorgeous work on there. She recommends that It Works toilet bowl cleaner. I could not find that at my store. Maybe it's a US thing. I just used like a toilet bowl cleaner that can remove like lime scale and stuff. Like I got a really heavy duty one, and I gave it a really good scrub. Like I put on gloves, scrubbed it down with like a little soft bristle brush, and gave it a really, really good scrub. Rinsed it, dried it, and then I'll be going till about 5 p.m. my time. I'm not sure. I'm Mountain Standard Time, if that helps you at all. But yeah, that's how I prepped it. Okay, I think I like that. I think I feel good about that. All right, let's do a little bit more cross-hatching. Then I think I want to go through and do a little bit of erase the pencil marks on that center line. Let's put my kids down. Okay, I was all confused. I was like, wow, that was a quick nap. Okay. If you are new and watching, my apologies, because sometimes I get looking at my egg and I can't keep up with the chat and my egg, but there's lots of people in the chat that also do this art form, so they can answer questions for you. If I miss it, I apologize. I'm not purposely ignoring anyone. I get looking down at my egg. So you think you'll be done with this one by Christmas? Oh my God. Like, honestly, that's about it. It's one of those things where, and this is true on any egg that I do, that first color where you're laying down all your stuff, all your lines and everything, always takes the longest. Like, without fail, it always takes the longest. I got my Kitsuka too hot. Now the wax is flowing out too. Okay, everybody take a break. Hydrate. Have a sip of coffee. Have some water. Have a lemonade, whatever you need. I don't know why, but my youngest has started calling coffee coffee. I don't know what TikTok I was watching that had somebody with like a Bronx or Brooklyn accent or something in it. And now she heard it and sorry, my chair is creaking. She heard it and she's like, can't stop now. I'm so invested in this ostrich egg. Oh, well, it's gonna be... I will probably need to take a break at some point and work on a couple of other creative projects while I finish this one, because if I just do this one straight, I just know me and I know my brain, and I'll be like, this isn't giving me the dopamine I want. Something new and novel. And then I'll start a new project and then I'll come back to this and we'll see. I don't know. Coffee. She needs a coffee. Come in the room. Mom, you drinking your coffee? Do you know what I think it was? I think they were watching the Makara Tours video where she does a Harley Quinn costume. And she was in the video, she was imitating Harley Quinn's accent. And so now my 7-year-old's imitating Makara Tours, imitating Harley Quinn. So, you know, it's all good. There's worse things. There's worse things. And there's a lot of Boston in her accent by my mom and smiled by the youngest. It's gone crazy. Crazy. I got a little outside the lines. We're just gonna... Okay. Don't mind me, I'm just trying to break things. Water. Never realized how dimpled eggs form. Me neither. You really see it. You really see it in this one. It's fine. It's fine. They're good. They're fine. They're good. It's okay. We're okay. We're not setting anything on fire, so you know what? It's all good. It's all good. I just gotta, I just gotta give you a little bit of entertainment every now and then. Break things, set things on fire. I just gotta make sure you guys are paying attention. That's all. Granted, I entirely remove the drawl from my speech because people think you're unintelligent. Yeah. Truly a dangerous art form. I mean, when I do it, yeah. Most people, I think, are fine. I think it's just me. Although, no, Sarah, didn't you have an issue? Who tried setting their place on fire? Somebody did. I can't remember. Sarah, was that you? I think you... Not an electric Kitsuka. This is my little setup over here. I've actually never used... It was me. It was you. Sarah's also the one that drank her vinegar rinse, but ay, ay, ay. It was Lady Elemental. Oh no. Oh no. Right, it was when you passed out. It was when you passed out. Electric Kitskas. I've heard, like, I know people that have their electric Kitskas and just love them so much. Like, they love them. They love using them. Listen, it's fine. I'm Macedonia. Yeah, Macedonia. I think they have their own kind of these egg styles as well. There's so many different like techniques and ways of doing these eggs. And they're all gorgeous. There's so many. They're so beautiful. Yeah, everybody I know that has an electric Kitska absolutely loves their electric one. It wasn't something that it wasn't in my house growing up, and my mom never got one, and I never got one, and I just, My grandmother's friend used to do this. Oh, nice. Yeah, lots of people that they'll see a video or they'll see one of my lives and they'll be like, it reminds them, it takes them back a memory of like somebody's aunt or a neighbor that used to do these, or they used to do them when they were little with their baba. Look at this, an entire sheet of wax. Used an entire sheet of wax up. I love it. I love it. Now I'm going to have a huge mess because I overloaded my Kitska, but that's fine. The biggest thing to try to avoid blobs I found is just every time you heat up your Kitska after you load it with the wax, make sure you wipe down the outside. Yeah, that's what it was. You threw your vinegar on it to put it out. Yeah. I just used a tea towel to put mine out. It worked quite well. Worked quite well. You wonderful. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it takes a long time. It's a very time-consuming art form, but I love it. I find it very meditative and relaxing. I really, really, really enjoy it. My biggest issue now is cats throwing eggs. Just cats who want to eat eggs. Yeah, little hands, little paws. Little hands and little paws. They love these so much. Very hard for them to resist. Very difficult. What is this? I'm so interested. So this is an old Slavic art form. I'm doing the Ukrainian style. This is Ukrainian pisanki. So I'm using a stylus tool called a kitska. I load it up with beeswax and I heat it in a candle. And I use this tool to draw on eggs. The one I'm working on right now is an ostrich egg. And what the wax does is it seals in whatever your color your egg is. So right now so wherever you see me putting wax is going to be this white creamy color when I'm done. So I'm sealing in this white color and protecting it. So when I put it in the gold dye next, everywhere on the egg is going to dye that gold color, except where I've put my wax. Where I've put my wax underneath it, it's going to stay white. And so you just do a series of like drawing on with the wax and then dipping it in the dye, and you do a series of that. And then at the end, when you take all your wax off, you're left with a cool design. So it always feels like a little bit of a magic trick at the very end when you take the wax off. It's always very exciting. I still haven't figured out how I'm going to take the wax off this one when it's time. I think I got to get one of those heat gun things. Like I think the card makers use them for embossing. Should see if my mom has an extra one first before I go buy one. She's one of those people that when she really likes a craft, she buys like doubles of everything. So if she loves doing cards and she does embossing, she'll buy 2 heat guns for some reason. It's like 8 years later, she'll be like, do you want this? I have 2. I'm like, okay, Ma. A blow dryer should work. I've heard people say that they use blow dryers. I should try. I bet a blow dryer would work. I just know I don't think holding it in the candle is going to be feasible for me. I just don't think. Usually I just hold them up next to a candle flame and it warms them enough, and I just wipe the wax away and it's all very easy. But Big Mama here, this is a whole new ball game. Now, granted, I could have watched a few more videos. Or I could just jump right in and wing it. And we all know what I like to do. I'm going to try a hairdryer for my duck egg today. The only sort of complaints I've heard about the hairdryer is that... Ashes, what are you doing? What is my dog doing? I swear to God, if it's not the 2-legged ones, it's the 4-legged ones. I swear to God. The complaint I've heard with using a blow dryer is that it doesn't, like, it blows around on the desk or wherever you're working, and like you can easily lose hold of it. So chicken eggs too, because it's so fast to eat. Everybody I know that uses the heat guns, like, this is amazing, and it's like the best thing ever. That's a mom quote right there. Yep. I saw something somewhere, I don't know if it was on Twitter or where it was, but they were make it a neat first, a nest. Yeah, I'm assuming you meant nest. Yeah. Like a little nest in a tea towel or something. I saw something, and I don't know if it was on Twitter or Instagram or where it was, but you know how, like, we often refer to our pets as our fur babies, and it was somebody that was like, I call my dogs my fur babies. I'm going to start calling my kids my skin babies. And I was like, oh no. Nope. I don't know. It made me laugh. Hello. I honestly love the microwave now. Now that you know not to have the hole plugged, yes, and they don't explode. Yeah, that's what I thought. No, let's not. Let's not call them our skin babies. Hilarious. I made the mistake one time of referring to them as my crotch goblins in front of my mother, and she had stuff to say about it. I thought it was hilarious. See, I'm an educator. Was it hard for you to do straight lines at first? Always. Years and years and years of struggling. Lots of struggle. My sister calls my nephew her crotch goblin. When I got pregnant, my friend Mandy found a card. She's like, I didn't give it. She's like, I didn't buy it for you, but she saw it and she thought it was hilarious. And it was something along the lines of, congrats on making a human with your genitals or something like that. It was hilarious. It was so funny. I have heard coochie critters as well. Coochie critters. That's funny. That is funny. That's what I use when mine is being a menace. There is an SNL skit. It's the one where they're like sports announcers for like golf or something like that. And I can't even remember what the skit's about, but at a certain point at the skit, I think they're trying to do like a commercial, right? It's like the joke of this skit is that they are it's like their TSN, sports commentary for like this golf tournament, and they have sponsors, and like one of the sponsors is like, like Summer's Eve, like some sort of a freshening up product for your lady parts kind of an idea. And all of the euphemisms that they use for lady parts is like, I have never howled so much watching SNL as I did that day. I've stopped watching it the last couple years, so it's over a couple years old. But at one point, anyways, they refer to Lady Bits as your baby hatch, and for whatever reason, that stuck. That stuck for me. Gonna birth a parasite? Oh, God. I mean, if you look at the definition of parasite, if you look at the definition, oh, there's Psycho, getting out of line again. Oh, no, me, Gust. Your baby hatch? I started calling it that from now on. Much to my husband's dismay. He was like, no. The Spanglish there was delightful. That's all I got. I Fringlish and Spanglish. Yes, that's exactly it. A lid. Yep. Your baby hatch. Yep. Exactly. Migusta? Sounds like Migusta. You're talking to the girl that, like, when I first started French classes, I was like, Bonjour, Jamapple, Christina. From Alberta. It's a struggle. With, like, those wheels to get in. Oh, God. Jamapple. Bonjour, Jamapple, Christina. We got some work to do here. I'm just picturing minecarts now. I came in at an odd time. Possibly. Everything about my lives is usually odd. So, it's not really a non-weird time. Especially Sundays. I'm quite awake on Sundays because it's not late at night. So it's not like I'm like more weird than usual. I'm always weird. I just have more energy. Oh, I just got a dizzy spell. Interesting. Fire-free lives are the best ones. Fire-free and like not breaking anything. Okay. I like this. I'm glad I added this detail rather than doing this whole thing in cross-hatching because I feel like it's a little bit, I don't know, I just feel like it suits it more. Okay. Hydrate time, low blood sugar. To be completely honest, I think it's prodrome. Not prodrome, predrone. The thing where when you get migraines, you have like a little bit of neurological weird stuff happening in like the day or so before the migraine comes. Our weather's been a little bit weird, like with pressure changes and stuff, so I think that's what it is. That being said, have I drank enough water today? No. Have I eaten enough food today? No. Did I get enough sleep last night? No. Am I just generally trying to be a healthy person in general? Also, no. So, like, okay. I have drank too much coffee today, and I need to excuse myself for a moment because my bladder is about to burst. So, I'll be gone for 2 seconds. I'm on ADHD. I get migraines all the time. Oh, I hear you. I am ADHD with migraines, and it's fun. Okay. I just took off my little gadget gizmo. You guys are gonna... What am I doing? There you go. Nope. Hang on. Hang on. All right, you're gonna look at Ducky. I will be right back. I just need 2 minutes to go pee. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm back. Sorry, guys. Oh, I found my cleaning thing. Oh, I found my other. I found both of them. Okay. Hang on. Sorry. Normally I can hold my bladder until the end of the live, but not today. So I found, look what I just found on the floor. I found my regular one. This was the one that my youngest made into a ringlet. She decided. They are the wires that I use to clean my Kitskas. Okay. Let's come back here. We got to do some little penciling in. Pencil. Where far out art thou, pencil? Where are you? Come here. Come hither. That'll work. Wow, misgendering Ducky. Oh, God. You guys are funny. Oh, okay. Here we go. Yes, Miss Eva. Miss Eva, bless her. Poor Ducky. Ducky, the non-binary peafowl. We love them. Yeah, just doing that detail. I just feel like it's giving it just the right amount. It's like you want to be extra, but not too extra. Look at me using a pencil and planning ahead. I feel like such a professional. But yeah, the girl that I saw on Instagram doing this, she had like a sewer's measuring tape. So it's wait. So you're on my case and immediately proposed that my you guys are funny. Okay. But yeah, she had like a seamstress's measuring tape. So it was like it wasn't like a ruler or anything. And it looked like it worked really, really well. So if any of you are doing this and you need to like measure anything out, it seems to be the key is like a seamstress's measuring tape or a tailor's tape. Whatever they're called. Sewing measuring tape. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. I like that. Cloth measuring tape. There we go. There it is. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I've probably had too much caffeine today. Am I going to stop? Nope. Somebody's going to walk in here and be like, what is going on? I'll miss the ostrich egg while you're gone. Aw, I won't. To be honest, I don't know if I'm going to work on it at all while I'm kind of go dark for a week. I might finish up, if anything, I'll finish up the cross hatching just because it's low-key kind of boring and it takes forever. So I might finish that up, but I won't do anything like exciting on it until I come back. Because it's too close to mine. You guys are... I love this. Oh. To try and you shut me down. Oh, God. All right. That's funny. That's funny. The girls are fighting. Okay. Paper towel in place. Catherine Alexander Art, she said, support your wrist. That is the key to working on these ostrich eggs. And my God, is she right. Support your wrist. You need to. It is a necessity. For sure, for sure, for sure. You don't want to live with her and her gators. Do it, wrist. I believe in you, support you. Keep going off my lines here today. Slap the egg. That's a new one. That's a new one. Murder dinosaurs and trees are where I draw the line. Alligators. You guys are hilarious. Oh, God. I don't even know what they're fighting about now. I have no idea either. Are you going to do multiple dye colors? Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do with this guy is I'm going to do, so Ducky, the non-binary peafowl, when I did this egg, I kind of planned this part out. This is very, very similar to a peacock one I did years and years and years ago, which I gave away. I don't still have. But do you ever question the existence of life? Every other hour, and I'm not even joking. This is why I do this art, because it makes my brain stop for a minute. So I had planned this out, and this side I didn't plan out at all. This was just a happy accident. I just really like how it turned out with the color placement and all, and just everything about this. I really quite like how it turned out. So I'm going to do a color scheme. So this side of the egg is very similar, and it's inspired by this design, but I really like this whole white, gold, green, turquoise with the navy blue. I really like that. So I think I'm going to do this with just a smidgen of brown. The reason we discovered that alligators can climb trees. It was startling. Oh God, the nightmares, the nightmare fuel that sometimes comes out in this live. On this side, I'm going to do something similar to this design. So I need just a little bit of brown because I want to have like the branches in brown. So yeah, sorry to everyone that's just finding out that gators can climb trees for the first time. My apologies. You had to find that out in my live. But you know what? It's better that you know. It's better that you know. So I'm going to incorporate a little bit of brown onto this side as well. But yeah, that's the plan for as far as colors go. That's the plan. So we'll see. We'll see. It'll probably take me a while. But that's okay because it's a very meditative art form. It completely relaxes my brain, takes my stress away, makes me not think about how we're living through another extinction event. We as in the planet. So, yeah. Don't Google Anthropocene extinction. It'll depress you. Or get you through to that other side where you're like, let's just chill. Let's just chill. Let's just vibe while we're here. Anyways. Dun, 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 dun. I've embraced existentialism. Yeah. I took a philosophy class in university on existentialism. And it was fun. It was fun. My teacher was like really he was really bitter. Not me Googling right now. I'm sorry. You really shouldn't. You really shouldn't. Just Google, read for a bit, and then see why I just like to sit in my basement and make pretty art. Life is absurd and meaningless. Let's have fun and make our own meaning. Exactly. Existentialism. Yes, 100%. Yeah, when I took that course in university, the teacher, there was such low enrollment in that particular philosophy class that they decided not to offer it anymore. So the semester that I took it was the last semester that it was being offered. And it was the teacher that was doing it. It was clearly like his favorite branch of philosophy was existential philosophy. And he was bitter about it. Like our first day, he's like, well, I hope you enjoy this class. It's the last time I'll ever teach it because nobody wants to learn about it. So it's the last time this course is being offered. And that's how he started the class. And honestly, it just went from there. It was it was great. It was wonderful. I enjoyed it. I've been thinking about that philosophy class. I've been, honestly, my intro, like Phil 201 or whatever it was, my intro philosophy class, I wrote a paper on what was the cheats, the grudgers, and the suckers, if you ever learned about that in philosophy, and just everything that's been happening with this pandemic and the anti-maskers and everything. I was like, oh, I've just been thinking about that a lot this last year. It's like, interesting. Avoided philosophy in undergrad. I was like, I only have an undergrad, and I was like, let me take all of the, like, I have a psych degree, and I was like, what are all the courses not in my major that I can take? And it was philosophy and art history. Extinction accessible, listening to lo-fi spa music, bless. That's sort of our vibe around here. Just existential, what chaotic good. That's pretty much my vibe. Just chaotic good. This major was too philosophy heavy for me. Yeah, that would be heavy. Well, Confucianism and everything, like, that's heavy philosophy. It is philosophy. I feel weird. I studied applied mathematics and chemical biology. That's not weird. That's amazing. We love science around here. My philosophy professor was the most stodgy of all stodgy professors. I had a stodgy one, and I had like a younger one that was very he was pretty cool. And then I had an older gentleman that was he was like really cool. He was a devout Catholic, and he was just the coolest little man. He was a devout Catholic teaching a philosophy class, and he was lovely. That's okay. So the man that I was just talking about, he was like a very small Indian man, and he was also hilarious. I'm in an art history class right now, and it's so boring. Oh, I had a couple art history classes when I was in university, and it very much depends on your professor. I lucked out, and I had an amazing instructor for that class, and I loved it. It was a class that I took as an elective, but like a lot of people, my lines are not even. A lot of the people in the class were fine arts majors that had to take art history, like they had to. So they would go and do like drawing and pottery and whatever classes, and then like their art history class was the one class that they hated, because it was just sitting and looking at slides for like an hour and a half while somebody talked and you took notes, and they hated it. So they would get high before every class, and it was just me, just a total keener, writing my notes, just loving it, because I was like, oh God, not math, not science, not stats. I'm so excited to be here. And all these high art kids that were like, I hate this. My art history teacher took bong hits while teaching? Oh my God. Okay, I think you might be talking about me. I loved the art history kids, because they were just out of their minds the whole class. And then there's me like asking all these questions. They're just like, you've really thought about this. I'm like, I love this. They're like, I hate this class. They liked studying with me though, because I had flashcards. I made flashcards. He died during the semester? That's so sad. And now Bong ripped the Renaissance. That would be amazing. I'm not gonna lie. That That would be hilarious and amazing all at the same time. That's a power move. Guess which one of your instructors probably had tenure and could do whatever they wanted and not get fired. I'm guessing. Then we got the email. That's so sad. That's so sad. He taught pottery, was filling in for the regular teacher. Aww. My 9-year-old's talking about maybe wanting to go to art school one day. Which is hilarious for me because that was like the one thing that I always wanted to do but never did. Was go to art school. I'm like, oh, trying not to do that thing where I'm the parent that's like living vicariously through their child, but I'm like, oh, if you want to go to art school, I will help you pay for that. 100%. As much as I can. But she's also 9 and she could change her mind 15 times between now and then, and that is okay. My daughter goes to an art-centered learning school, grades 5 to 9. Oh, I would love if we had something like that in our area. Does she have a favorite art that she does yet? So she's just getting in. So she loves acrylic. She loves acrylic. You give her acrylics, she is happy. She really likes acrylic, and she's getting into graphic art. She has started making her own like comic book. I'm gonna have like a proud mom moment. Don't mind me. I'm gonna get a little braggy about my kid, but she designed these original characters, and they're both women, and one of them is very curvy because she said she wants to have like different body shapes represented in her work. So one of the OCs is very curvy. And yeah, she's starting she has like a little comic that she's starting to make. We got her Procreate on her little iPad. So that's my little proud mom moment. I love it. Because I've been really not like forcing it down anybody's neck, but I've been really promoting from the time they were very, very little, the all bodies are good bodies, and like humans come in all different shapes and sizes and they're all good and all of that. And yeah, she just on her own decided that one of her OCs was going to be curvy. And she's like really excited about it, and she thinks her character's really beautiful, and like it wasn't like I don't know how to explain it. She just like on her own accord like just decided that like, I want this comic strip to be, something that like people can identify. Like I want it to be about like real, like they're characters, but they're real people. And so part of that was showing a variety of body shapes, and I was like, yes, I think it's coming. Thank you. My mom was always very fat shaming, and it was no good. Word. Word. Yeah, I am I have struggled with an eating disorder for about 10 years, from the ages of 11 through 21. And that recovery period, it's been long and it's been difficult. And it's very, you get older and you kind of understand why your mom made some of the decisions that she made, why she made some of the comments she did, because she's got her own ingrained sort of, stuff that she's never confronted. And so it's like, I understand why she did some of the things she did, behaved some of the ways she behaved, said some of the things that she said. Doesn't excuse it, but I understand it. And as always, so much of parenting is making sure that you deal with your own issues so that you don't pass them on to your kids. It's challenging. Mom is the kind to be upset about gaining 2 pounds. Yup. I hear that. I think we're talking about this on another live too. It's like that sort of, there's that age group of women where I think when we think about like our aunties and our grandmas and our moms and stuff, and we think about, so I'm 39, right? So when I speak about like aunties and moms and stuff, I'm speaking more, I guess, about that boomer generation. But I'm noticing a lot of them really bought into those societal beauty standards for women, and like just as a woman, your worth and your value is in not gaining too much weight after you get married and keeping your girlish figure. And it's just like your value is very much caught up in how little you weigh, how little you eat, what's the least amount of space I can take up, kind of a thing, And it's been interesting as an adult to like really take some of that. I got one crooked line. It's been interesting in therapy over the years to kind of take in those ingrained things and really examine them. And then finding out that have a nice day. That's funny. Oh my. But yeah, it's interesting how that generation of women, like they will really turn themselves inside out and backwards to just make sure that they don't gain 2 pounds, because it's just the inside, it's the absolute end of the world. And I just think if that's all I have to offer my husband, is like, oh, look at me, I stayed skinny. If that's all I have to offer him as his partner, like, oh my God. So boring. So boring. I would rather be a good cook and make delicious food and like hang out together and, watch movies and eat snacks and go to nice restaurants and have an amazing meal. And I don't know. I can't imagine being caught up over 2 pounds. I mean, I can, because I was that way for a long time, but I just can't imagine wasting. I wasted 10 years doing that. And it still rears its ugly head every now and then. It does not go away. It's very, very hard to reprogram your brain to get away from that stuff. It takes a long time. And it takes a lot of therapy. And it's a shame that therapy isn't as widely available for people, because it needs to be. For a lot of people, it's just not financially accessible, which is a shame. But oh, I missed something good. But how men now have to be likable because they aren't necessary. I saw that same thread. Where some guy was complaining, like, you know, it was something along the lines of women nowadays are so hard to please. Like, I'm just, you know, I'm not good enough. Nobody wants to date me, on and on and on. And it was a man that replied to this other man and basically said, like, you know, like, it wasn't too many decades ago that a woman couldn't even, like, get a bank account on her own, right? Like, you know, we're not too many generations away from, you know, when it was when women couldn't own their own homes. They couldn't have a bank account. Like, they couldn't have a job that would make enough that they could support themselves or their kids. Like they couldn't even own a home, just them on their own. They couldn't even get a mortgage without, like, their husband or their father or whatever signing on it, right? And so for a long time, a lot of women were in relationships with men that they did not like. Another thing of wax I'm using up. They were in relationships with men that they didn't like because they had no other choice. They had no other choice. And so they just had to tough it out. And you were just grateful if you didn't get beaten. And then he went on to say, your grandpa was probably kind of a jerk. And I'm going to be honest, one of my grandpas, very sweet man, treated his wife like gold. The other one was not very kind to his wife at all. He just wasn't. He wasn't that great of a husband. And I think had my grandmother felt like she had a choice, I'm not totally sure that she would have stayed married to him. Because I don't think he ever treated her that well. But it basically went on to say, like, things are different now. Like, women, they can have bank accounts. They can have homes. They can have jobs. They don't have to put up with anything anymore. Like, men aren't needed like they were before. So if you're not needed, you know, if women have a choice and you're not a necessity, what do you bring to the table? And the sad truth is, some men are finding out that they don't have a lot to bring to the table, and they don't like it. Can have and adopt children without men too. Yeah. My dad's dad resented his kids for taking his wife away from him. Wow. Wowzers. I saw another TikTok that was really amusing about how it was this woman, and she said she was talking about Weibo in China, and I guess there's this, like, comment thing trending on there right now, where, because now they're, like, having issues, like, there's a whole bunch of similar as in North America. There's a whole bunch of people of that, like, millennial generation that are like, I'm never having kids. I am not having kids. I do not want to have kids. And the older generation's like, wait, what? Wait, what? And so somebody posed the question of, you know, what would it take for you to want to have kids? And somebody commented, I would only have kids if somebody else raised the child. Somebody else raised the child. I didn't have to give birth, but, like, you know, they're my family, like, they take my last name and everything like that. And then somebody else commented, oh, so basically like a man. And, like, I thought about it and I was like, oh, damn. Yeah. For a lot of men, I have to say not all men, right? But for a lot of men, yeah, that's what they do. They don't have to give birth. They're very minimally involved in the raising. And the kid gets their last name. They get like, yeah. So it's not like the earth will live long enough for our kids to thrive. Oh, I feel that every day. If I know, obviously, like, I love my children. I adore my children. I'm glad I had them. But if I'm completely honest, if I had waited to have children and I was looking at getting pregnant now, I'm not sure I would. Just sort of seeing where things are going and knowing what I know now, I'm not sure I would. I'll be completely honest. Did you get a little bit Genghis Khan? So, but yeah, it's an interesting conversation that's been happening now. Another sort of little bit of a discord that I saw being had. I saw a TikTok, and a woman was talking about how for a lot of men, they don't want a partner. They want a mother that they can sleep with, which is real weird. But I know a lot of my friends that are married to this type of man where they don't help out around the house. They don't lift a finger. They get their favorite food cooked for them. They get cleaned up after. They, all the grocery shopping is done for them. Their favorite snacks are always in the house. If they're upset, they have somebody to like calm them down and help them through it. They have somebody to like, just help them feel better at all the times, does whatever is bothering them. They have somebody that's going to like be there for them and help them through it. And like, if they get upset and they get angry and they lash out and have essentially a tantrum, they're not, it's not their fault. I'll make things better. I'm sorry you're upset, and they're placated. And they want a mom that they can sleep with. And a lot of women are waking up and being like, wow, that's weird. I'm not your mom, and I don't want to be your mom, and I don't want another child. I want a partner. And some men are like figuring it out and stepping up to the plate. Some are not, and some are bitter. And my God, you can tell, hey? Back, are we talking about my husband? Oh, it's hard. I think we've all been conditioned to think certain things are normal, and it's not until you start questioning, like, well, but why is it normal? Like, if it doesn't serve both people, that's not a partnership. Why? Why? Essentially, why? That it wouldn't fly, yeah. But I straight up spoil him and make twice the money. I've got one where my lines were a little bit thick, but that's okay. That's okay. She looked pretty from the front. Both the children in the relationship, except I'm not allowed around fire. I shouldn't be allowed around fire. I think it's been well documented here. I should not be allowed around fire, but alas, here I am. All right, we need to pencil in one more here. Just always been klutzy. Where does one purchase a large folding table? Costco? What are you doing? I am waxing. So I'm doing I'm working on an ostrich pasunke. Pasunka, I should say. If you've ever seen them before or you are familiar with the art form, it's the decorative eggs that you usually see around Easter time. It's an old Slavic art. Yeah, I feel like I've gotten one before. Actually, the table all my kids' crap is on in my art room. It's a folding table from Costco. Alrighty. Get a churro. Does your Costco have churros? Is your Costco in goddamn Disneyland or something? We have hot dogs and ice cream. We don't have churros. Sorry, that was aggressive. Have feelings. Walmart feels to me like crossing a picket line and I can't. Yeah. All right. I'm going to use some of my block of beeswax. Yeah, we don't have churros at our Costco. I am jealous. We have ice cream, we have pizza, and we have hot dogs. I am so jealous you guys have churros down there at your Costco. The one thing I really enjoy about TikTok is seeing like just how just little day-to-day life things that you don't even think about, and just seeing how different they are in different places, different countries. I think that's one of my favorite things about TikTok is just like the little random like day-to-day life things that you just don't even think about. I've been finding myself more and more, and I've noticed this trend over the last 10 years with me, where I don't really watch TV and movies anymore. It just doesn't interest me. I don't really find artificial stories entertaining anymore or interesting. With the exception, like sometimes I'll watch, like my husband and I have been watching Superstore and we enjoy that. And like I'll still watch movies and stuff with my kids and we'll enjoy that. So like not entirely, but I don't know. I find like just the day-to-day life of people in other places to be so fascinating to me. Like I'll watch YouTube or TikTok over Netflix and Disney Plus any day. And I've been noticing that more and more with myself over the last kind of decade. I'm just gravitating more and more. Supernatural has been yeah, I've heard people say like, has this been my pandemic show? Is this my pandemic show? My pandemic show has been TikTok. I'm not gonna lie. My pandemic show has been TikTok. There's also, oh gosh, I can't remember his name now. There's like a channel that I follow on YouTube. And it's this dude that has a knack for fixing like old electronics, like specifically like old like Game Boys and like old, you know, like a Nintendo Wii from like 2006 or whatever that's like broken and damaged and stuff. Like he'll get old video game consoles and stuff. And he'll fix them up and get them working again. Odd Tinkering, I think that's the name of it. That's been my pandemic show. I find that fascinating. It's very ASMR-y, so if you don't like ASMR, Yes, odd tinkering. Yes, yes. If you don't like ASMR, you won't like it. But I find it so fascinating. I find it so fascinating. I love it. That's my pandemic show. One of my friends does a lot of retro gaming and restoration and mods. It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. I have a chronic illness that is triggered by stress. I haven't seen network TV in 5 years. I wonder if maybe because I have to be very careful with what kind of media I consume because I have like CPTSD, and so like if I watch anything with like violence and stuff, it's not great. And so I wonder if that's why I wonder if that's why I've been sort of pulling away from traditional like networky TV shows and more into the just like reality, reality show, but like not like Housewives of whatever city. Rich bitching women, those shows. I can't even watch those. Too stressful. Repair shop. Interesting. Since I don't get cable and don't watch news, my stress levels have gone down noticeably. Yeah, I had to, I found, I really struggled with this throughout, particularly this last year and a half, where, and I was talking to my friend about this, where when you have anxiety, it's hard because like, how do you stay aware of the information that you need to be aware of in order to make sound decisions without triggering a panic attack, on a freaking hourly basis? It's been really challenging. What I found I have to do is I follow some news outlets on Twitter, and I follow like Alberta Health Services on Twitter because they'll do like little updates about what's happening with COVID and COVID numbers and da-da-da-da-da. And just those little snippets of stuff on Twitter, because they're limited, right? With a character limit. And even if you do like a thread, you're not gonna get too detailed, right? They'll give you like the basic facts and then they'll post a link to a website for more information, kind of a thing. And I find just that small doses of it gives me the information that I need without overwhelming me. And I can check it when I'm ready and then make whatever decisions I need to make, I should say. And I should probably preface this by saying I have a lot of words muted on Twitter. So there's some things that just, there is a certain orange Dorito man who I have, anything with that name in it, I have muted on Twitter because it was just sending me into sky-high anxiety. So just like stuff like that, I've got certain things that are Under the Desk News. I love her. Yeah, I'll watch Philip DeFranco on YouTube. I don't mind him. And Under the Desk News on TikTok. So I'll do those two for like basic, like what's going on out in the world kind of news. Just kind of get an overview. And then I'll go on Twitter and just specifically to get like, regional news that I need. And then other than that, I stay away. They do, you're right. Thank you. I just said she does. No, you're right. It is they, them. My apologies to Under the Desk News. My apologies. But I really like their content quite a lot. I also just like them as a person. Like, I think they would be cool to go get a beer with. So That probably helps that it doesn't trigger my anxiety. It doesn't trigger my fight or flight. I got a browser extension called Make America Kittens Again. Wow, that's amazing. Oh, that's amazing. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Yeah, I struggle with, it's hard, right? Like, you need to preserve your mental health, but you also don't want to turn a blind eye to, like, negative things that you know, anyone should need to be aware of. And like it's good to be aware of what's happening and what it's a balance. It's a balance. Like, you have to be aware of what's going on in the world, but you also need to preserve your mental health. I think taking breaks from the news, taking breaks from social media is something that everyone should do. So I can read the news without seeing that's essentially what I did on Twitter. I muted certain words so that I could get caught up on stuff without, you know, triggering my fight or flight or fawn or whatever it is. Triggering my anxiety. Your nails have been keeping together for so long without chipping. I'm so impressed. To be honest, I cut them and repainted them the other day because I've been doing a lot of landscaping and they were too long. So I cut them and repainted them, like, I think just yesterday. So they be short. They be short right now. I'm laying bricks, ripping up grass and laying brick down and shoveling rocks. And it's not long nail activity. Not long nail activity. Thank you. It's that Holo Taco. It is the best. I feel like my nails don't break anymore. I don't know. It like protects them or something. I feel like they don't break anymore. Actually, my thumbs, I had an allergic reaction to gel nail polish a couple years ago. And it was like my skin and my nails were like peeling off my hands. It was bad. It was bad. I had blisters like underneath my nails. It was terrible. But the rest of my nails healed, but my thumbs were growing, like they grew like split in half or something. It was weird. Anyways, but since I started wearing Holo Taco nail polish, it just, I don't know, it like keeps them from drying out or it just protects them or something, but they don't grow split in half anymore, which is real nice because they actually look decent. So that's how my nails always were. My nails were always paint them, chipped. So I painted these yesterday. My nails always, I would paint them and then they would chip. I would paint them and they would chip like within a day. So Holo Taco, little pricey, but my God, is it worth it? You know, if you only have to paint your nails once a week and they look nice for a week at a time, it's worth the money as far as I'm concerned. Okay. What time is it? 5:01. I think I may have to bid you adieu. I need to go and be a parent and start dinner, I'm afraid. But quite a bit. This one is Play Rosé, actually. But Play Rosé and Menchie the cat are my two favorite. They're my two favorite. I do love them. Look, it got cold enough. The swelling came down. I got my ring back on. I just didn't have the money to buy them when the nail polish came out. I waited to order. I saved, and then I ordered like 2 polishes. And I love them so much. I spent quite a good bit of money like a couple months ago for my birthday. I treated myself and I bought quite a few and zero regrets. I love them. I love them. But yes. So we still haven't really done much on this side. However, I really kind of like what's happening, what's going on with this cross hatching. I like this. I think it looks cool. I think it's going to look good. My gosh, this is taking a long time to put the white on. Worth it though. I feel like it's going to be cool at the end. We just gotta. The white is always the one that takes the longest because you're putting in all those base lines, right? It's always the one that's going to take you the longest. So it is what it is, but I like it. I haven't found a good nail polish line. It's called Hollow Taco. If you've ever seen Simply Nailogical on YouTube, Christine, it's her nail polish line. It's called Hollow Taco, and it is amazing. It's a little pricey, and it's obviously like it's not available in stores, so you have to order it online and get it shipped to your house. But my God, is it worth it? I love it. I love it so much. All right, so kids, I'm gonna be offline until next. So this Wednesday I'm missing. I'll miss next Friday, next Sunday. And then the following Wednesday on the 21st of July is when I will be back on here. So if you don't see me coming on and doing my lives, don't panic. I'm fine. I'm alive. I am well. I'm just going to take a week off. Hello.
Hello. I'd like to say hi.
You want to say hi? 9-year-old would like to say hi. I'm just ending.
Okay.
Okay.
It's Sunday, which is exciting for me.
It is.
Yeah, I get to cook.
Oh, yeah, you are cooking tonight. What are we cooking? Do you want to make sushi? Yeah, I haven't taught you how to make sushi yet. We could make it with, like, the shrimp inside. You go think what you want to cook, what you want to learn to make.
No, I want to stay.
No, you want to stay. Okay.
I would rather do that.
They say hello. All right. So I will, so I'm going to have my little staycation and I will be back on. Would you like to teach me? I'm not saying I'm good at it. I'm just saying that I can make it. I'm not saying it's any good. Actually, you don't mind my sushi.
It ain't terrible.
It ain't terrible. It ain't terrible.
But there's probably like some Japanese sushi that is heavenly or something.
That's not a probably. That's a definitely.
Yeah.
One day we'll go to Japan and eat sushi.
Oh, sushi in Japan is probably like a godsend sushi.
Probably. One day we will go eat sushi in Japan together and then go to the Ghibli Museum. One day. Okay.
Goodbye. Also, I hope you guys have watched. Also, if you haven't, or you can, because it's a little scary. Have you watched Coraline? I have to put in the Coraline. Oh, wow. I didn't notice how much you've improved on this.
Yeah, I've added quite a bit.
Ostrich egg. Wait, how are you going to color it? Like, all these are way too big.
That's the $1 million question. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I'll watch a couple videos on YouTube and then think I know what I'm doing, and then I'll just figure out a way to do it anyways.
You probably just need a big container and put some dye in it and then do it.
That's probably what's going to happen.
Yeah, you'll probably just need a big container.
We'll figure it out.
Anyway.
All right. Wait, is that egg safe from tiny hands?
I don't know.
Nothing in this house is safe. Everything is fair game. Everything is fair game. Okay. Have a great week, everybody.
Yes.
Take care.
Yes.
Enjoy. I hope everybody has some nice weather. No more heat waves. If you're in Australia, I hope it's not too cold. Oh, yes, you want to say something?
Yes. The art outside thing of the day I recommend is this year.
Oh, yes. Yep.
This.
There was a children's fest, which we didn't go to, but we got the free grab bag from the library.
Yeah. Anyway, but it has a bunch of fun. Anyway, if you
Okay.
can find like something like that anywhere, honestly, it's really fun.
Yeah,
It
get
has a
free
bunch
art
of
supplies. It's great.
activity.
Okay.
Audrey's recommended thing of the day.
Audrey's recommended thing of the day
I
is
recommend like
free art
coloring.
supplies. Free art and craft supplies. Okay. Have a good week, everybody. We'll see you back here on the 21st.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Au revoir.